24 of, I changed it. Day 24 of the 1 Year Bible. We're going to go ahead and get into today's reading. It's 12 o'clock, so, it's my lunchtime. It's my lunchtime, I think we might just do these during my lunchtime now, I think that'll give us a consistent time and a consistent, period to where we read this, so that we have I'm just more consistent on when we read, just so it's not like all over the place. I think we're just going to do them during lunch from now on. So more than likely, we will be doing our readings at 12 o'clock Eastern time, around 12 o'clock Eastern time, because that's my lunchtime. So, my typical lunchtime. So let's go ahead and get into today's reading. Today we're reading from Genesis 48, 1 through 49, verse 33. Reading the 1 Year Bible once again. And let's get into today's reading. So, one day not long after this, hey, what's up, Truth? One day not long after this, word came to Joseph, your father is failing rapidly. So Joseph went to visit his father, and he took him with his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. When Joseph arrived, Jacob was told, your son Joseph has come to see you. So Jacob gathered his strength and sat up in bed. Jacob said to Joseph, God Almighty appeared to me at Luz, in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. He said to me, I will make you fruitful, and I will multiply your descendants. I will make you a multitude of nations, and I will give you this land of Canaan to your descendants, and after you as an everlasting possession. Now I'm claiming as my own sons these two boys of yours, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born here in the land of Egypt. Before I arrived, they will be my sons, just as Reuben and Simeon are. But any children born to you in the future will be your own, and they will inherit land within the territories of their brothers Ephraim and Manasseh. Long ago, as I was returning from Padam Aram, Rachel died in the land of Canaan. We were still on the way, some distance from Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. So with great sorrow, I buried her there beside the road to Ephrath. Then Jacob looked over at the two boys. Are these your sons? He asked. Yes, Joseph told him. These are the sons God has given me here in Egypt. And Jacob said, bring them closer to me so I can bless them. Jacob was half blind because of his age and could hardly see. So Joseph brought the boys close to him, and Jacob kissed and embraced them. Then Jacob said to Joseph, I never thought I would see your face again, but now God has let me see your children too. Joseph moved the boys, who were at their grandfather's knees, and he bowed with his face to the ground. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. Hey, good morning, backhand. Good morning, backhand. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. With his right hand, he directed Ephraim towards Jacob's left hand, and with his left hand, he put Manasseh at Jacob's right hand. But Jacob crossed his arms as he reached out to lay his hands on the boys' heads. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, though he was a younger boy, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, though he was the firstborn. Then he blessed Joseph and said, May the God before whom my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac walked the God who has been my shepherd all my life. To this very day, the angel who has redeemed me from all harm, may he bless these boys. May they preserve my name and the names of Abraham and Isaac, and may their descendants multiply greatly throughout the earth. But Joseph was upset when he saw that his father placed his right hand on Ephraim's head. So Joseph lifted it to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. No, my father, he said. This one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head. But his father refused. I know, my son. I know, he replied. Manasseh will also become a great people, but his younger brother will become even greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations. So Jacob blessed the boys that day with this blessing. The people of Israel will use your names when they give a blessing. They will say, may God make you as prosperous as Ephraim and Manasseh. In this way, Jacob put Ephraim ahead of Manasseh. Then Jacob said to Joseph, look, I am about to die, but God will be with you and will take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors, and beyond. Give me 1 second, chat. My name is Jacob. Hey, what's up, bro? I'm just on my mom's account. Y'all are usually on, it's hot in this jacket, bro. It's distracting me. It's hot in this jacket, bro. I have to take it off. I'm, sweating. It's cold in Florida right now, but it's hot in the house at this very second. It's hot in this house at this very second. It's distracting me. Okay, ancestors. And beyond what I have given your brothers, I am giving you an extra portion of the land that I took from Amorites with my sword and bow. Then Jacob called together all his sons and said, gather around me, and I will tell you what will happen to each of you in the days to come. Come and listen, you sons of Jacob. Listen to Israel, your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my strength, the child of my vigorous youth. You are first in rank and first in power, but you are also unruly as a flood, and you will be first no longer. For you went to bed with my wife. You defiled my marriage couch. Simeon and Levi are two of a kind. Their weapons are instruments of violence. May I never join in their meetings. May I never be a party to their plans. For in their anger they murdered men, and they crippled oxen just for sport. A curse on their anger, for it is fierce. A curse on their wrath, for it is cruel. I will scatter them among the descendants of Jacob. I will disperse them throughout Israel. Judah, your brothers will praise you. You will grasp your enemies by the neck. All your relatives will bow before you. Judah, my son, is a young lion that has finished eating his prey. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares to arouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of one to whom it belongs, the one whom all nations will honor. His ties his foal to a grapevine, the coat of his donkey to a choice vine. He washes his clothes in wine, his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes are darker than wine, and his teeth are whiter than milk. Zebulun will settle by the seashore and will be a harbor for ships. His borders will extend to Sidon. Issachar is a sturdy donkey, resting between two saddle packs. When he sees how good the countryside is and how pleasant the land, he will bend his shoulder to the load and submit himself to hard labor. Dan will govern his people like any other tribe in Israel. Dan will be a snake beside the road, a poisonous viper along the path that bites the horse's hooves, so his rider is thrown off. I trust in you for salvation, O Lord. God will be attacked by marauding bands, but he will attack them when they retreat. Asher will down on rich foods and produce food fit for kings. Naphtali is a doe set free that bears beautiful fawns. And Joseph is a foal of a wild donkey, the foal of a wild donkey at a spring. One of the wild donkeys on the ridge, archers attacked him savagely. They shot at him and harassed him, but his bow remained taut and his arms were strengthened by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob, by the shepherd, the rock of Israel. May the God of your father help you. May the Almighty bless you with the blessings of the heavens above, and blessings of the watery depths below, and blessings of the breast and womb. May my fatherly blessings on you surpass the blessings of my ancestors, reach into the heights of the eternal hills. May these blessings rest on the head of Joseph, who is a prince among his brothers. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf, devouring his enemies in the morning, and dividing his plunder in the evening. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said as he told his sons goodbye. He blessed each of them with an appropriate message. Then Jacob instructed them, soon I will die and join my ancestors. Bury me with my father and grandfather in the cave in the field of Ephron and Hittite. This is the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre in Canaan that Abraham bought from Ephron the Hittite as a permanent burial site. There Abraham and his wife Sarah are buried. There Isaac and his wife Rebekah are buried. And there I buried Leah. It is a plot of land in the cave that my grandfather Abraham bought from the Hittites. When Jacob had finished this charge to his sons, he drew his feet into the bed, breathed his last, and joined his ancestors in death. Oh, what am I reading? I'm reading from the 1 Year Bible. I just got on my mom's account. It's phone on my mom's. So you're the best. Hey, welcome to the stream, bro. I can't tell who you are because, I honestly can't tell who you are. But good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. All right, now we're going to read from Matthew 15:29 through 16, verse 12. I've never heard of the one year Bible. So the 1 Year Bible is the Bible divided into segments that allow you to read it every single day until you reach the end, and it allows you to read it in a full year. So in a year, you know how people read the Bible, but then they put it down and they don't read it for months, and then they put it down and they don't read it again, and they feel like they're gonna finish in a year, but then they don't finish it. It takes like 2-3 years. Well, this book allows you to be able to read the entire Bible in 1 year. It gives you like small segments to read every single day. It combines different verses together that have similarities between each other, and then it just allows you to get through it in an entire year. Okay, so now we're going to meet Matthew 15:29 through 16, verse 12. Jesus returned to the Sea of Galilee and climbed a hill and sat down. A vast crowd brought to him people who were lame, blind, and crippled, those who couldn't speak, and many others. They laid them before Jesus, and he healed them all. The crowd was amazed. Those who hadn't been able to speak were talking, the crippled were made well, the lame were walking, and the blind could see again. And they praised the God of Israel. Then Jesus called his disciples and told them, I feel sorry for these people. They have been here with me for 3 days, and they have nothing left to eat. I don't want to send them away hungry, or they will faint along the way. The disciples replied, Where will we get enough food here in the wilderness for such a huge crowd? Jesus asked, How much bread do you have? They replied, 7 loaves and a few small fish. So Jesus told all the people to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves and the fish, thanked God for them, and broke them into pieces. He gave them to the disciples, who distributed the food to the crowd. They all ate as much as they wanted. Afterward, the disciples picked up the 7 large baskets of leftover food. There were 4,000 men who were fed that day, in addition to all the women and children. I feel like we read this before. I feel like we read this before. Then Jesus sent the people home, and he got into the boat and crossed over the region of the Magadan. One day, the Pharisees and Sadducees came to test Jesus, demanding that he show them a miraculous sign from heaven to prove his authority. He replied, You know the saying, red sky at night means fair weather tomorrow. Red sky in the morning means foul weather at the day. You know how to evil and adulterous generation will demand a miraculous sign, but the only sign I will give them is the sign of the prophet Jonah. Then Jesus left them and went away. Later, after they crossed to the other side of the lake, the disciples discovered that they had forgotten to bring any bread. Watch out, Jesus warned them. Beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees. At this, they began to argue with each other because they hadn't brought any bread. Jesus knew what they were saying, so he said, You have so little faith. Why are you arguing with each other about having no bread? Don't you understand even yet? Don't you remember the 5,000 I fed with 5 loaves and the baskets of leftovers you picked up? Or the 4,000 I fed with 7 loaves and the large baskets of leftovers you picked up? Why can't you understand that I'm not talking about bread? So again I say, beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Then at the last they understood that he wasn't speaking about the yeast in the bread, but about the deceptive teaching of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Now we're going to get into Psalms. You said hi, doggo. You see them in the background? Okay, I have a problem with it. Personally, a lot of it makes sense. Shake my head like, how can somebody actually believe envy is real? Don't get me wrong. I believe in God. The Bible is just hard for me to digest without shaking my head in disbelief. Did you know there's an app called there is an app called, for sure. Well, the Bible is not literal. The same way, hey, what's up? What's up, A? Who somehow knows my name. The Bible is parables, you know? The Bible is parables. It's not meant to be taken like literally. It's a book of parables. Now the things that were made, the miracles that were made happen, yes, those are literal miracles, right? Literal things that happened. But most of the text is in parables. And you cannot understand parables with your logical brain. So if you try to apply logic to the Bible, then you will be internally confused. Now let's keep reading. We're going to read Psalms 20:1-9. In times of trouble, may the Lord answer your cry. May the name of God of Jacob keep you all safe from all harm. May he send you help from his sanctuary and strengthen you from Jerusalem. May he remember all your gifts and look favorably on your burnt offerings. May he grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our God. May the Lord answer all your prayers. Now I know that the Lord rescues his anointed king. He will answer him from his holy heaven and rescue him by his great power. Some nations boast of their chariots and horses, but we boast in the name of the Lord our God. Those nations will fall and collapse, but we will rise up and stand firm. Give victory to our King, O Lord. Answer our cry for help. Now we're going to get into Proverbs. I'm going to read it again because I kind of chopped that up. But we're going to read Proverbs 4:20-27. My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Don't lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, for they bring life to those who find them, and healing to your whole body. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet and stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. And now, watch your step. So we get an excerpt from at the end of every reading. Today is called Watch Your Step. So, watch your step. Every man knows how easy it is to get sidetracked. If you don't guard your heart by protecting your eyes, you can easily fall prey to the temptations of lust or greed or power. God's man chooses the straight path, looking neither right nor left, rather than fill his mind with filth that comes from spewing out us talk unbefitting of a godly man. He fills his heart with God's truth and lives by it. Mark out a straight path and watch your step. Up ahead, you will find life to the full and healing for what ails you. Let's read that one more time. Well, if I get a chance, please pray for me. I'm dealing with alcoholism and trying to be sober. Hey, for sure. For sure. We'll add you to our prayers. I don't publicly pray, to be completely honest. But I'll for sure. I got you, Captain. I got you, Captain Red Claw. I got you for sure. Watch your step. Every man knows how easy it is to get sidetracked. If you don't guard your heart by protecting your eyes, you can easily fall prey to the temptations of lust or greed or power. God's man chooses the straight path, looking neither right nor left, rather than fill his mind with filth that comes spewing out as talk unbefitting of a godly man. He fills his heart with God's truth and lives by it. Mark out a straight path and watch your step. Up ahead, you will find life to full and healing for what ails you. What chapter am I reading? So I'm reading what I read today is from Genesis 48, 1 through 49. We also read from Matthew 15, verse 29 through 16. And then we also read from Psalms 21 through 9, and then Proverbs 4, 20 through 27. So it kind of like goes a little, it combines a bunch of different verses that, Oh, for sure, for sure. We'll throw everybody in our prayers. We're praying for the community. How are you doing? You okay? I could have sworn I have a Bible with me. I was going to pull it out. I just found earlier. I was looking for some papers. I found the Bible my granddad gave me before I left my house, left home back in like 2016. So now it's at my desk. I'm gonna put it in my backpack and carry it around with me when I go places. Not like to pull my Bible out and randomly pray for people, but like just to have it on me, some people say they got that thing on them. Well, I got that thing on me. I got the word on me. I got that thing on me. I hope you're doing all right, man. He's a Christian and 6 years clean. Hey, congratulations. I've had my Bible for nearly 20 years. It's crazy. I was just thinking about that. I feel so old and I'm only 25. Facts. I'm 27, and then but for some reason, people try to make me feel old. I'm like, bro, I'm only 27, bro. Life honestly just got started. Life only just got started. And if you are in a predicament or a place in life where it doesn't feel like it's going that great for you, remember that life is just got started. It can change it any day. Hey, what's up, Jaden? Yeah, I remember you, bro. I remember you. I remember you, Jaden. What's up? Welcome back to the stream. Let's read Watch Our Step one more time. That really condenses. I really like these ending excerpts. This really condenses everything we read today. So let's read. Let's read our Watch Our Step one more time. Watch your step. Every man knows how easy it is to get sidetracked. If you don't guard your heart by protecting your eyes, you can easily fall prey to the temptations of lust or greed or power. God's man chooses the straight path, looking neither right nor left, rather than fill his mind with the filth that comes from spewing out as talk unbefitting of a godly man. He fills his heart with God's truth and lives by it. Mark out a straight path and watch your step. Up ahead, you will find life to the full and healing for what ails you. And facts, and life gets better. Facts, and life gets better. If you open, if you clear your heart, right, and that's what we just talked about right now. Protect your heart, right? Guard your heart. When you clear your heart, when you from everything that has filled you, right, from this point in your life, and you give that burden back to God, um, you're able you can easily just turn it around, right? God easily can just turn it around right there for you. Um, and I feel that personally. I feel that personally. I have mine for about 1 year, and I just got a new one for Christmas. Yeah, I just got this for Christmas. This is one of my Christmas presents, actually. And I'm living that for sure. I'm living that for sure. I feel a lot lighter these days. I feel a lot lighter these days. I feel a lot better these days. Which is amazing. Which is absolutely amazing. That's why I feel like all of this was supposed to happen. Every single piece of it was supposed to happen. So, every single piece of it was supposed to happen. But that was today's reading, right? 11 years. Oh, there's a typo. 11 years. I think too fast when I type. 11 years is a long time. 11 years is kind of a long time. That's kind of crazy. It's cool that you got a new one in an 11 year. That's pretty cool. But we want to go back to the verse we just read, the very ending of it. How we don't want to either lean too far to either the left or the right. Right. We want to stay in the middle. We want to take the straight path. Right. And personally, I have a perspective on that. Right. I've been on either side of that road before. Right. And I've also been I've also been on the straight path as well. Right. People need to start reading the Bible more. Facts. My new one is 1 year. Oh, okay, that's nice. My one that I just got is, well, I didn't just get, but the one I found is 9 years old now. It's 9 years old. I got it 9 years ago. But you don't want to be on the negative path, obviously, right? Hey, what's up, Shelby Love? I have a Christian Bible and I have a Mormon Bible. I read both. Not all of both, but most of both. I'm making my way through downtown. I'm making my way downtown right now. I'm making it through it. But you don't want to be on the left side, right? On the negative. You don't want to be too far on the right side, on the overly positive, because you can lose your perception of the life and the world around you, right? You want to stay on the straight and narrow path, right? And that keeps you from leaning over to each side, right? It keeps you from overcompensating on either one. And you just want to stay on that middle path. My mouth is extremely dry. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is extremely dry. I'm not gonna lie. But my wife just came home from work, and we're about to spend lunch together. So I'm gonna have to talk again later. But remember, there's stay on that middle path. Stay on that middle path. Don't lean too far to either side of the road. Now I think of it, it's like 14 years. I got that as long a time ago when I was a toddler. When you were a toddler, when you got your Bible when you were a toddler, I have one of my Bibles has my name engraved on it. It's in gold letters. It says my name on it, but I have no idea what it is. I got that one when I was like 9 years old. So that one's like 20 years old now. But I had to find it. But let me go spend lunch with my wife because she just got home. So I'm gonna see y'all later. Talk about indoctrination. I got you later. But we will come back to stream later on today. But I'm about to go spend time with my wife. So I'm gonna see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. And to be honest, we have lots of Bibles. Okay, bye, brother. God bless you. Hey, you have a great one. God bless you too. And I haven't forgot. Y'all be my prayers tonight, for sure. But it's time for the outro. We all got that limitless score, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. And thank you for joining today's stream. Thank you for everybody who joined. Thank you for your chats. Thank you for your words of good faith. And everybody that asked to pray, I got you. You'll be my prayers tonight. And I hope whatever is going on, I hope you see the road that you need to take. And I hope everybody ends up feeling a lot better for sure. But peace. Y'all have a great one.